Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Don Bay from Spokes, and yes, I did bike 19 kilometres to get here today in the nor'wester, so it's lovely. So good afternoon to you all. First of all, I'd like to congratulate this council on the great work that has been done on alternative transport the last 10 years. I know we're looking forward to the next 10 years today, but you deserve a pat on the back for what you've done. The Major Cycleways Plan has set a blueprint for development which has made central government funding flow to the city. Other cities are taking note and getting their blueprint in place, but Christchurch is well ahead in implementation. Well done. The council has shown the resolve necessary to push ahead with developments even in the face of the normal pushback. Thank you. Christchurch is a better city for these efforts. The Spokes written submission on the proposed LTP looked at two issues identified in the plan but not given sufficient weight in our opinion. Just to remind you, the two issues are climate change and road safety. Concurrently, council are developing a climate change strategy, and it seems as if it is being done in isolation to the LTP exercise. The climate change strategy has not been adopted yet, but it is of such importance that the goals should be reflected in this LTP. The consultation document for the LTP mentioned that this is the first LTP to have the climate change lens applied. In the transport area, there's little evidence of this. Transport contributes 54% of the city's carbon emissions, so will require drastic action if a carbon neutral city is to be achieved in just 24 years. Now 24 years sounds a long time, but a few of you around the table here will remember the Y2K crisis we had. That was 24 years ago, it's not that long ago, so the next 24 years ain't going to take long either. We all appreciate that early steps can have a profound impact on the trajectory of emissions. Either we start the process now or wait until further along the timeline and introduce draconian measures. Or we can do little and hope someone comes up with a silver bullet that fixes all our concerns. When the silver bullet comes, it is much better if the trajectory has already been altered so the silver bullet can impact it even more profoundly. Either way, the best time to start is now, tomorrow, next week or next month, not 2040 or 2035. If you're interested in the thinking on the steps, there's people that have got much more knowledge about it than me, and I encourage you to look at the website www.1.5.org.nz. There's a very good academic there writing some stuff, and it's well researched. It's good stuff. Second point. Spokes have expressed the opinion that as well as the extra cycleways and a bus service that works better than people give it credit for, there needs to be some action that raises the resistance to business as usual, which to most people just means getting in the car again on Monday like you did last Friday. This is borne out by the reduction in car trips that follow a steep rise in fuel costs. When they go up really quickly, people think, oops, it's getting too expensive, I'll do something else. And that lasts for a little while and then it goes away. But we need to do something. We need to make people feel uncomfortable if they're going to change their habits. Our second point concerns the proposed goal of reducing road death and serious injury accidents by 40%. This is not acceptable in any other activity. Workplaces are meant to be safe so everyone goes home at the end of the day. Sports are encouraged to make their activities safe, and buildings are constructed so the occupants can get out when a major disaster occurs. Road use should be no different. Our verbal submission mentioned the results being achieved in Norway, and I don't think the Norwegians are that much more clever than we are. The citizens of Christchurch should feel that their loved ones are going to be around for Christmas and not get that bad lottery ticket, which this council is saying is a cost of moving around in the city. Our written submission also provided the council with a solution for both of these problems, but it is worth restating. Reduce the speed limit on all residential streets to 30 kilometres per hour. This is not a novel idea we came to all on our own. There is a trend in many overseas cities towards a 20 is plenty regime. These areas use imperial measurements, so their 20 goal is 20 miles per hour, about 32 kilometres an hour. I've also mentioned in our written submission there's an equity issue with 30 kilometres an hour. I think that the councils need to consider this. The wealthy often ensconce themselves in slow-speed neighbourhoods either in the central city or in gated communities. The less well-off are left with streets with high-speed traffic on them, and that just ain't fair. Now, if I haven't convinced you yet, I'm wasting my breath, so that's as much as I need to talk.
Well, that is exactly 5 minutes, so thank you very much for your presentation today.
That's all right.
Thank you.